Hey everybody, so this is the March 15th scan after only 2 rounds of chemo. So what I looked at the last scan from January, and a lot of the spots that were really concerning are much lighter than they were before. You can go onto my YouTube channel and pull up that March 5th, the January scan, and you can see that it was a lot better. There's still a couple of little spinal tumors. This is intestinal, possibly inflammation, but nothing serious. Um, if we go to the infused axial view, we can kind of look at. I did this before. I'm gonna go back up to the top, and you can kind of take a look. I look at the spine because that's always a big worry. The spine. As long as the redness is uniform, and symmetrical, I don't really worry too much about it. Like, see, that's pretty uniform and symmetrical. Then you can see there's a lymph node. There's another lymph node, and these are more possible lymph nodes. Again, uniform. There's more lymph nodes around the bottom of or top of the heart, I think it is, because we're getting closer to the heart. Another lymph node. Here's the pleural effusion. It is improved, so that's good. It's not gone, it's just improved. Here's my heart. Well, that's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I think that's one of the valves. I think. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. I've never seen that before. Liver looks good. They didn't see anything in the liver, and neither do I. You can see there's more of these left side pleural effusion type related things. That's the heart. That's somewhat normal. The heart can come up hot. The radiologist said that I wasn't fasting, so that's why my heart's bright. Well, maybe it's because my heart was working hard. I don't know. But the pleural effusion still got some activity, but again, that was only after 2 chemo sessions. There is some a little muscular uptake, and I'm not sure because I was having muscle spasms, so I think that's probably why that's popping up. But nothing too scary going on. More muscle stuff. Like I said, I was having muscle issues. But the manubrium, above your breastbone there, it has its issues. It's always going to have issues, I think. I'm sure there'll be days when it's not going to be pissed off and inflamed or growing something, but it was pretty bad when I was first diagnosed 6 years ago. It looked like Swiss cheese, so I don't ever expect it to be looking perfectly normal again. But not too much going on. Again, the kidneys, that's normal activity. That's a hot spot, probably because of the pleural effusion. But again, I'm not for sure. It's a probable cancer spot or inflammation spot. A little bit of something there, but it's not causing any major problems. See, that's a little hot spot, but then again, it's not got like a dark hole. That's supposed to be there, but it doesn't have like a missing part of the bone there. So I'm not too worried as long as it's not eating into the spinal canal, or where the nerves come out between the spinal bones. I'm okay. We can cope with that. More kidney stuff, that's normal. You can see all the intestinal inflammation. Another little lymph node there. All right, going on down. Oh, we're going back up again. How do we go up? I was trying to get down to the hips, and somehow we went going the wrong direction again. So you can see the activity there's that one there, but it's not really lytic or bone destroying yet, so that's good. Uniform color on both sides, that's all right. Now there's a little bit of a hotness on this side relative to that side, so that's something to keep an eye on. It could mean there's a tumor that's growing or slowly growing. A little bit of more hotness here compared to that side, so that could indicate there's some more activity there. But again, it's not, you can see that the amount of bone there is fairly the same as the amount of bone on the other side. It's not really like causing, like, I'm not getting ready for a hip break or something. So that's good. Again, more uniform stuff. That's just another intestinal blob. That was that one blob that showed up, and that could be like a diverticuli that's really irritated right now. I do have diverticuli, which are little pockets that stick outwards from your large intestine, and food can get stuck in there and get irritated and cause inflammation and pain and diarrhea. So, right hip stuff, I have some inflammation here, tiny bit there, but not like I've had hip pain, so that could be related to why I'm having hip pain. But you keep going through, the pelvic region doesn't look too bad. Little funny little hot spot there, but again, there's also a little warm spot on that side. Warm spot there, warm spot there. So kind of uniform, so it's probably just normal physiological stuff. And that's the end of the scan. That always does that. That's nothing to be worried about. So, nothing scary. None of the major organs are being impacted, which is awesome. That's, spine is not being impacted. Liver, lungs, brain, as far as we know, has not been impacted. This is my belly button. But overall, pretty good. After only 2 treatments. So hopefully we'll continue to see improvement. I'm going to want to look at that, see what the deal with that is. Because I guess it's a blood vessel. I'm sure it is a blood vessel. But it's really weird. I'm I want to check that out. Alright. But anyway, pretty good. Compared to what the worst it's ever been, is doing pretty good. So I'm really happy with that. Nothing life-threatening or lifestyle-threatening. So very happy about that. Again, you can kind of see the whole picture here. I can actually darken it slightly. Hopefully I don't click the wrong one and make it too dark. Yeah, so this one you can kind of see things a little more. You can see where the liver is. That's the heart, of course. That's the bladder. And those are the kidneys on both sides. You can see the uptake of the tracer in the intestines there. You can see the whole spine. You can see my muscles, my little teeny weeny muscles. But again, this is just this is probably a diverticuli. This is just my irritated colon. But you can see the tumors right next to the spine, and then the 2 ones that are that we did see, the T12 and the L4, I believe that is. So but again, they're not causing any serious issues. The manubrium, which is right here, you can see it's not as bright as some of these lymph nodes are. So I'm really, that's nothing to be worried about. There's a little bit of stuff there, but I think those are the subpectoral ones. But this left side's always going to have junk because of that stupid pleural effusion. And until I get rid of that, this stuff is just going to be there. It's always going to be scaring everybody. So, but overall, I'm happy that the 2 chemos have kind of made this not quite so scary looking compared to what it was before. Because these were a lot darker before, and there were some kind of popping up along my subclavicular area, and then I think they were starting to go up the neck, if I remember too. So it's good that this is quieted down after only 2 rounds. And I've completed 3 rounds. I've got 3 more to go. And then we're going to do another scan, because we can only do every scan like every 3 months. We don't want to be irradiating me every other month, because that's not good. Not that I don't mind. Maybe someday I'll be a superwoman. But, yeah. So, anyway, so not bad. Everything,